Good morning. I have a great news. This is our main restaurant, Mykonos. This area, I will make a nightclub. Eating, dancing. Eating, dancing. Eating, drinking, dancing.
Salt Bae's restaurants are shutting down in every corner of the world, but this guy has earned so much money by selling Amazon's $20 gold-wrapped steaks for tens of thousands of dollars to innocent people and celebrities that even after shutting down restaurants, he is not stopping at all. The faster his restaurants close, the faster he reopens new ones, and that is actually ruining other restaurants, hurting countries' economies, reducing job opportunities, and causing business disruption.
Economic decline wanted to hear. In our in-depth report, CBS's Elise Preston looks at the challenge ahead for so-called casual dining restaurants.
In today's video, I'm going to go through how Salt Bae is currently destroying other businesses with his scam steak business. Before I go into the full details, let's take a step back, because to understand how Salt Bae became this rich by selling $20 Amazon gold wrapped steaks for thousands of dollars, we first need to understand where he came from. Salt Bae, whose real name is Nusret Gökçe, wasn't always a flashy guy swinging gold-covered meat like a magician. He was actually born in 1983 in a poor mining town in Turkey. His family didn't have money. His father was a miner, and Nusret had to drop out of school in the 6th grade just to help his family survive. He started working as a butcher's apprentice when he was only 13 years old. No fame, no cameras, just blood, bones, and long hours. That's the real beginning. But somewhere deep down, this guy had a dream. Traveled to Argentina to learn more about meat. He went to the US to work in steakhouses for free, just to gain experience. No money, no fame, no gold, just grinding. And then came 2017. He posted one viral video, the iconic Salt Bae sprinkle moment. Just like that, his life flipped overnight. That small butcher turned into a mean king, a celebrity chef, a walking brand.
Make a video. Our waiter, I ask him, can you take a picture and video for me? I make one big tomahawk and then I cut very nice and then I put the salt, with the sun, like a rain, like a snow. And I go to sleep around 1 o'clock. I wake up 6 o'clock and then I open the telephone. My telephone is different. 1 hour. I have 1 million people. We go to Abu Dhabi, 3 million.
And he took full advantage of it. He opened Nusr-Et Steakhouses all around the world. Dubai, London, Miami, New York, LA, you name it. Suddenly celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, David Beckham, and even politicians were dining at his overpriced restaurants. Everyone wanted to be seen with Salt Bae. And that's when he started selling those gold-wrapped steaks. Let's be real. It's a normal steak with cheap edible gold you can literally buy off Amazon for 20 bucks. But he was selling them for $1,000 to $2,000. And people were actually buying them. Not for the taste, not for the quality, but just to flex for Instagram. And that's exactly how Salt Bae made millions in record time. By selling illusion over flavor.
So expensive?
We are not expensive. This is, perception, not reality. Our product, best of the best.
But every illusion has an expiration date. Once the hype faded, reality started to kick in, and one by one, controversies started stacking up like dirty plates in the back of his kitchen. Let's talk about a few. There was a viral case where his staff called the police on a customer because they didn't want to pay for a steak that was messed up. Imagine going out for dinner and ending up in handcuffs just because Salt Bae's steak was trash. Then came the tip scandal. Staff from multiple restaurants accused him of taking the tips that were supposed to go to the waiters. These workers were living paycheck to paycheck while he was out there dripping gold and flexing on yachts. And don't forget the burning incident. Customer got physically burned during one of Salt Bae's flashy cooking performances, and he just stood there like it was part of the act. Zero accountability.
Oh my god! Ah! I yandı! Oh my god!
And then came the social media exposure. People started filming the actual food quality inside his restaurants. Spoiler alert, it was terrible. Overcooked, dry, cheap cuts of meat sold at premium prices. Many customers even claimed they were served microwaved food for hundreds of dollars. Review sites exploded. TikTok and YouTube videos started calling it the biggest restaurant scam of the century. Even food critics who used to praise him are now exposing how low effort and overpriced the whole operation is.
I actually tried that burger, everybody. When I was there, it is ridiculously expensive.
And now, Salt Bae's restaurants are shutting down everywhere. London, New York, Beverly Hills, all gone. But here's the insane part. Instead of slowing down, he's opening even more restaurants, especially in places like the Middle East and Latin America.
And all restaurants and your restaurant, unique.
Good morning. I have a great news. Great news. This is our main restaurant, Mykonos. This area, I will make a nightclub. Eating, dancing. Eating, dancing. Eating, dancing. Next summer, wait me, Mykonos. Look at the view. Sleep. Eating, drinking, dancing. Enjoy.
And that's the dangerous part. He's entering developing markets with shiny gold and fake luxury, ruining local food businesses in the process. Local restaurants can't compete with a meme chef who throws gold on meat and sells it to tourists for $1,000. He's hurting job opportunities, damaging the restaurant industry, and inflating food culture into something hollow and fake. This isn't just a bad restaurant, it's a global scam with a celebrity face. Salt Bae doesn't care anymore about food. His only motive now is to scam as many people as possible before the whole thing collapses. He already made enough money to survive 10 lifetimes, but the greed, that part is still hungry. So the next time you see him sprinkle salt in slow motion, remember it's not seasoning, it's distraction, and behind that sprinkle is a whole pile of scammed customers, unpaid workers, and destroyed small businesses. Other restaurants have to fight harder than ever to justify their own menus. So not only did Salt Bae ruin his own golden castle, he made the whole fancy steak business a running joke. That's some real seasoning for you. Sprinkle your brand into the ground and drag everyone else down with you.
We only have one option, and that's to either go up on our prices or take things off our menu. And the more that this crazy out-of-touch spending and taxing continues to impact.
This made other restaurants, especially in big cities, feel pressure to follow. Instead of focusing on quality or fair pricing, many started copying the formula. Low substance, high flash. You didn't need to cook well anymore, just look rich. That cheapened the industry as a whole. When Salt Bae opened restaurants in London, New York, and Dubai, he wasn't selling food, he was selling a brand. And for a while, it worked. Rich influencers poured in to flex for content. But for regular people and local restaurant owners, it became a nightmare. Prices in nearby areas went up, rent in some areas rose because landlords saw the hype and assumed restaurants could pay more. This squeezed out smaller local places with real food and real chefs. Salt Bae didn't raise the standard. He raised the cost of staying open. And now, even health experts are raising concerns. They're warning that this kind of flashy food trend poses real health risks, and Salt Bae's food quality is starting to look questionable.
Almost every health and nutrition expert agrees that ultra-processed foods are bad for you. But we're noticing this weird anomaly in the carnivore community that I wanted to inform you about. I think you'll be very interested in this. So some researchers got together and they came up with this rating or classification system of ultra processed foods called the NOVA system. And here's a graphic representation of that. And basically their hypothesis is that the less processed the food is, the better it is for you, the more nutritious it is, and the less inflammatory it is. And overall, I agree.
Salt Bae is expanding into the Middle East and Latin America, and that could be even worse. These regions value community, tradition, and affordable, authentic food. Salt Bae brings overpriced gold-covered steaks and Instagram theatrics. It's not hospitality, it's a luxury scam. In countries where most people earn a fraction of what his food costs, his brand is tone-deaf. It encourages fake luxury over real quality, pushing local restaurants to chase clout just to stay relevant, killing cultural food identity in the process. Then comes inflation. One flashy restaurant opens, landlords raise rent, and local businesses get priced out, just like what happened in London and New York. And there's serious risk. Food safety laws in these regions can be strict but loosely enforced. One scandal, a hygiene violation, contaminated dish, or gold leaf mishandling, and the brand could collapse overnight. Add in growing tax crackdowns. If he funnels money out without reinvesting locally, one audit or whistleblower could freeze assets or shut him down. Culturally, his brand doesn't fit. These aren't clout-driven markets. People want warmth, not ego. When the hype dies, there's nothing left but an overpriced, empty restaurant. And if these locations fail again, it won't just be Salt Bae losing money. It'll damage investor trust, waste prime real estate, and crush opportunities for real chefs. Because everywhere he goes, Salt Bae brings the same formula: fake luxury, high prices, cultural disrespect, and eventual collapse.